Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuznuz, and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the new Lunar Spells that just came out and showing you guys a moneymaker that I actually found that's pretty insane that you use some of the new Lunar Spells to do. So firstly, I'm going to talk about the new Lunar Spells and what they do. So the first new spell that came out is called Sift Soil. Now it is down here somewhere. There it is, Sift Soil, which magically sifts the targeted soil from your backpack and soil box. So this is for archaeology, and you need 91 magic, 10 water runes, 5 earth runes, 1 astral rune. So you can use this, and it will sift archaeology soil for you. So I do this, and I can just sift right here. I don't know how useful this will be. I think it will be decent. If you're, don't have the auto screener. I usually have an auto screener, and that basically does the same thing, and I don't have to worry about using a spell or anything. But it could be nice to get some AFK archaeology XP and magic XP at the same time, so I can see where that might be pretty useful. The next spell we have is going to be Fire Urns, which will fire decorated and infernal urns. So I have some unfinished urns here, and I can click this and just fire them. And they fire pretty fast, and it looks like I got a decent amount of crafting and magic XP there. Usually you have to go to an oven, and it's slower than this, so I honestly feel like this will be good for some AFK crafting XP and even some money making. Because urns actually sell for a decent amount. So that's actually not too bad. I think this spell will be pretty useful. We also have Trap Telekinesis, which collects trapped animals and resets traps, works on box, electrify, turtle, and Marasmau traps. I don't know how useful this will be. I'm not sure if it's going to be that useful for Hunter. I mean, maybe a little bit. Maybe it'll speed things up a little bit, but this is probably the most underwhelming spell, I would say. Next, we have Telekinetic Grind, which grinds down up to 60 of the targeted item in your backpack that can be ground by a pestle and mortar. So it divides items by teleporting their constituent parts tiny distance away from each other. Little funny thing down there. But if we use it here on, let's say, chocolate bars, boom, it instantly turns my chocolate bars into chocolate dust, which is pretty insane. And when I saw this spell, I thought I really had to go see if I could make money with it. So that's the spell you're going to be seeing the moneymaker for. And then the last spell here is going to be the Remote Farm, which they've actually updated. So it actually looks pretty nice, the interface and stuff. You can actually go and look. Produce is fully grown. Produce is dead. You can actually cure things, I believe. You can fertilize ground that's there, which is nice. I actually have, the spell, so it's going to use humidify, and you can use it from here. So I can just start fertilizing all my patches. But you can see growing fruit. Produce is fully grown, so it's pretty nice how it, shows all this. I think it's way better than the previous version. But yeah, those are all the new Lunar Spells, and I'm going to show you the moneymaker that I found for Telekinetic Grind and how much money I made, and show you how to do it. So we'll get into that now. Alright guys, so the method I actually ended up doing for fertilized soil was I thought, what is the fastest thing I can grind? And that was mud runes because they're stackable. So what I did was I actually bought 25,000 mud runes, and I spent about 23.4 mil on all the mud runes and all the runes to cast the spell. So I needed about, I believe, 800 astral runes and 400 law runes, which is honestly not that much. And as you can see here, you don't have to open the bank at all. You can just put the telekinetic grind on your action bar as a number, like, the number 1 is what I did. And then I would just click the number 1 and then click on the runes. And you could do it pretty fast. There was hardly any delay. As you can see here, I'm, bought 25,000 mud runes, and I'm just flying through them. I mean, it really only took me, I believe, 5 minutes to do all these. So I bought them for 23.4 mil for the mud runes and the astrals and law runes I needed. And I ended up selling all the ground mud runes for 26.2 mil. So I made 2.8 mil profit in 5 minutes, which comes out to over 30 million per hour. Obviously, this might change when more people pick up on it. And also, you can only buy 25,000 runes per limit, so you'd have to get somebody else or another account to buy more runes if you wanted to do more at once. But you can always buy these slowly and then go and grind them when you have an opportunity. Like, this was honestly insane. I didn't expect them to sell, but they honestly sold. Almost all of them sold instantly, and then a little bit later, the rest of them sold. So I was really shocked that they sold, and I mean, 3 mil in 5 minutes. They were so fast to grind. I mean, even if you're not doing it for money making, just, to train Herblore or to get the ground mud runes for Herblore, if you're an Iron Man, something like that, this is going to be amazing. The next thing I decided to do was goat horns. Now, goat horns are like a drop from Corporal Beast, and they honestly aren't gone very often, so I didn't think they would actually buy, but they actually ended up buying. So I ended up buying 5,000 goat horns. And the difference with this is you actually have to bank because they don't stack. So you can only do 28 per inventory instead of 60 for the mud runes. And you do have to bank. So what I did was I set up a preset. I had a rune pouch, and I would just, press the number 1 to take out my first preset, press the number 1 again to use my spell, and then click on the goat horn. Sometimes I would mess up, as you saw there, just a little bit because I would accidentally click the goat horn and stuff, but honestly, it was really not that bad. I mean, grinding goat horns yourself, if you use a Pestone mortar, it's probably going to take 4 or 5 times as long. And people actually did this method to make money without this spell. They would just use a Pestone mortar. So now that this spell is out, you're going to be able to grind so many more. And I feel like the profits are going to stay for some of these. They might go away at first, but I think they'll always come back just because people will want these items. There are other items you could actually try. So you could try Blue Dragon Scales. I'm not sure if those make money. I think they might actually not make any money. Another one is you could do chocolate bars into chocolate dust. That could make you a little money. I actually didn't test those, but I feel like those could be a decent amount of money. This just seems like a method that is going to be pretty good in the future just because of the variety of items you can use and the market at that time. Just because it's a good moneymaker right now, it may stop being a good moneymaker for a few weeks, and then, in a month, not as many people are going to be doing it, and it'll become a good moneymaker again. So I think this is just something that you have to check. Obviously, you should check the prices before you do this. You should see how much, a goat horn is, see how much a dust is, calculate how much a runes cost, and figure out if it's worth it to do. I honestly feel like it might, not be a good moneymaker in the next week or so because so many people will probably figure out about this and do it. But I think it's definitely going to come back, and there are so many items that you can grind into dust that I think you'll be able to find something that'll make you some money. It's really easy, especially the mud runes. Those were so easy. So for these goat horns, I actually ended up spending 13.6 mil on the goat horns and the runes, and I sold them for 15.5 mil. And again, most of them sold instantly, I think half of them, I'm not sure, maybe 2,000. And then after that, they all sold within 10 minutes. 986 sold. So after that, they sold within 10 minutes and for 15.5 mil. So 1.9 mil profit. It actually did take me a little bit longer. It took me 8 minutes. So that comes out to 14 mil an hour. So ground mud runes, 30 mil an hour. Goat horns, 14 mil an hour. Of course, there's GE limits. Prices fluctuate, but from what I've tested, this is pretty good money, and you should be able to make solid money this way. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and kind of an insight into Lunar Spells and how you can make money with them. The new Lunar Spells are pretty cool, so I wanted to, kind of show you guys what they did. And I was happy to find a moneymaker that should be viable for a decent amount of time. So get on it while you can. Make sure you check prices before you do it. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll actually put a link to my latest video in the description, or not in the description, at the end of this video, if you want to check that out. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're over 2,000 subscribers. Hope I can hit 3,000 soon. I also wanted to thank you guys for all the comments and support on the recent videos. It's awesome. Leave a like if you haven't already. Make sure to turn on notifications, because some people have told me they haven't actually, my videos weren't showing in their subscription box. So if you turn on notifications, that will for sure happen, so you won't miss out on any more videos. Road to Party Yet is going to be coming in the next week or so. It's going to be a really, really good episode, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, if you guys are interested in any channel memberships, I actually have them out now, so the link's in the description if you want to support me. You don't have to, but if you want to, the option is there. And also, I put my gaming setup down there, so you can check that out. But I just want to say I really appreciate you guys, and you know, really happy with the videos lately, and it feels so good that people are enjoying them. So I just wanted to thank you guys again, and I'll be back soon for some more videos. So thanks for watching, guys.